You know, you would have heard that saying, think outside the box. A lot in life is counterintuitive. You know, the world doesn't really promote us or promote for us the ability to save our money. For you to get credit in this world, you have to go into debt. If you save your money to go and purchase something and you don't have enough to purchase it, but you've demonstrated that you can save and you really want that thing, you have to go into debt to purchase it. In the old days, people used to barter. So I'm going to give you a cow if you give me your daughter. Whatever. You know what I mean. They used to barter. There was a cost for everything, but there would be an equal acceptance of what that cost was, and there'd be a cost for each person, and that's the bartering system. And the rest of us in the lower and middle class, we're always struggling to make ends meet. We walk into Harvey Norman and we see 60 days free, interest free, take home now. So some of us go, oh okay, that's great, 60 days free, we'll be able to go and take that lounge suite or that bed or that fridge, and we go home and we forget that we might have 60 days free in interest, but if we don't start paying off that debt today, in 60 days time, that debt is going to be 60 times more than what it was today. And it's so much like our lives. You know, our lives are just always continually being changed all the time. And we don't really know what the debt is going to be and how we're going to have to pay that off. There are people out there, there's governments, there's multi-billionaire global conglomerate companies that are making decisions on our lives. And we know what's going on here. We see it. We see it every day. You see it in the news. These decisions are being made by people who have a lot more power and a lot more authority in the world. And their view is that we'll be in debt to them. More than likely, we'll be in debt to ourselves, to our lives. So it's important that we make sure that the decisions that we make in our life are at least decisions where we've been well informed. In the search for human understanding, in the search for more knowledge, in the quest to have more, to be more, to know more, we sometimes forget that the world around us is really all we need. It is this. Without the busyness of life, without the busyness of politicians and conglomerate companies and people around us that are telling us that we shouldn't do this or we shouldn't do that, you come out into nature. You come out into what God made and listen. In this quest for more, I believe we lose sight of what we have. And when we lose sight of what we have, because we've been seeking more, we box ourselves in. We close ourselves out. We don't listen to what others might have to say. Because sometimes our way is the only way. I struggle with this whole concept of people wanting to know more, be more. And I ask myself, are you content with what you have? And there are times where I can say, yes, I am content. But then the world comes along and entices me with a new motorbike, or entices me with something new for my audio, for my camera, or something. And I look at it and I go, I need this. But the question should really be, do I really need this? Or is it just, I want this? There are people out there, scientists, there's philosophers, there's all sorts of very educated and well-meaning people out there over thousands of years that have put down on paper and recorded their views and recorded what they've experienced and recorded the experiments and the science that they have found. And we as the general public generally believe everything that we're told because it's been tried and true, because we've been told it's been tried and true for the last 100 years, 2,000 years. The Bible says, well, Jesus says in the Bible, have faith like a little child. Come to me like a child. Yet as humans, we've got this thirst to know more and to try and explain everything. Bring it down to a certain understanding. And what that certain understanding is a human understanding. This world is created. This world has so much going for it, and the intricacies of life and death all intermingle with each other. It is what it is. And man tries to influence it. Man tries to change it. And there is a lot of information out there and things that are currently going on with experiments where man is changing the course of history, is changing the way things are made through experiments, through science. Man has this ego to become more than what they are. And it's that ego that I believe will be our downfall. Because man is not willing to accept that the world is our home. That the world is where we come from. Man wants to become his own demigod. And I believe there's danger. There's danger lurking at every single corner when we go down that track. And these people who try to become demigods, they box themselves away. They keep themselves out of reach. Look at the politicians. Look at the celebrities. Look at these conglomerate companies, the people, the heads of these companies. You've all heard the stories of if there was a world war, that the elite would be looked after. The elite aren't just normal people like you and me. No, unfortunately, the elite are people who have more brains and smarts than most of us put together, but have no common sense. And it is those kinds of people that are going to be our downfall. It's not going to be people like you and me. It's the normal human being. It's the normal man and woman in this world that stand up and say, no, this is not right. Stand up and be counted. It's those people who are making those big decisions for us and doing those kinds of experiments that are destroying our lives. It's those kinds of people that are trying to make a world that fits their narrative. It's those kinds of people that don't care about the rest of us. They want to have a genetic pool of people who they can say are superhuman. Gods in their own right. I don't want to be one of those. This is my world. Hearing the birds sing and the wind through the trees, hearing the rumbling of thunder in the distance. Just standing over here and there was a snail on the tree, looking at nature, at what's out there for us. Think outside the box. I'm thinking outside the box. I don't want to live inside a box. But outside of that box, there's danger. But I would rather be living a life where I was free and able to make decisions and make mistakes and learn from them than to be caged. I'm Outback Outlaw. I'll catch you guys later. So